Someone, guys. Everybody knows I love kids. My family, we love kids, and there's something that's happening with our sisters in today's society. This bullshit of them saying, "I want to be rich aunt, I want to be cool aunt." Ngempela, like you can see how much media, social media, TV has really fucked up a lot of them. And I was watching Michelle Obama interview. What's this lady's name? Tracee Ellis Ross, the daughter to Diana Ross. She used to be on My Girlfriends, and she's speaking about how she's 52 and how she's dating younger men and how she doesn't want to date older guys because older guys are stooped in a certain mindset. Guys, let's go first. So my cousin was talking around that she wants to be a cool aunt, that she wants to be a rich aunt. And again, this is something that's been highlighted in today's society. Like, it's cool now, it's cool. And it's some sort of delusion that happens with girls when they get to their late 20s up until mid 30s, where it sounds cool being a cool aunt or a rich aunt because they've gone into the dating world, they've gone into that space. Unfortunately, they weren't successful, they are childless, and now they are single, or whatever the case may be, and they'll say they'll be childless. Guys, I know we all have our lived experiences, we all have our choices. I'd like this, I don't like this, I don't want to have kids, I'm not ready for kids. I'm in such a privileged space because I have a whole lot of people talking to me. I have young gents from high school gents that are chatting to me, seeking counsel, and I have sisters who are in their 40s, seeking counsel and saying, hey, this is my situation, I don't know how to do this, I don't know how to do that. The difference between men and women, and you guys will let me know in the comments how you guys view it, is that amachita tend to give advice to each other. We might not help each other too much when it comes to money and business, but generally, there's a hierarchy amongst the machita, there's that hierarchy, and we tend to guide each other. And we tend to say, hey, don't play there, hey, don't play there. We tend to guide each other as a machita. That doesn't exist among sisters. Sisters are constantly seeing each other as competitors. So a 22-year-old feels that she can compete with a 34-year-old. And you see this in social settings where, you're having a braai and there's a lot of girls that don't know each other. The 22-year-olds form a little clique, the 30, or the later 20s form a clique, and it's clicky, and the claws are out and they just want to prove to each other. And I think that's what happens with once sisters get to a certain stage and they realize, no, they might not get married and maybe haven't settled down, I'll just be rich aunt. But they haven't spoken to ladies who are in their 40s that don't have kids, that aren't married. Like, all those ladies, they want to be the cool rich aunt. Find sisters who are 45 plus, who are not multi-millionaire Hollywood musician, Find sisters who are 45 plus, who are the cool rich aunt. Talk to them, have real conversations, like real deep conversations, and see how they feel. Coming to a house that's empty, that's cold, that has no one laughing, that has no one, just the TV, Netflix playing in the background, a bottle of wine every day. Speak to those sisters, because a lot of the shit that our sisters spew is based on shit that they watched off TV. My girlfriend, single in Manhattan, all this bullshit that they've seen over the years, and it's clouded their mind. Okay, sharp, you fucked up in the dating world. Maybe you overvalued. Maybe you're chasing guys with money but no substance. Maybe it's time for you to take a sit down and actually look at yourself and say, there's something fucked up about me and I can't attract a guy who really wants to invest in me. Maybe I'm not as valuable as I think, and guys were only seeing my value in bottles and trips. Maybe my value to all those guys that I was attracting was a monetary value. And not something where they could see a wife or a mother. Okay, sharp. What can I do to change those aspects about me? Because it's not the end of the world. It's not doom and gloom and crying. It's maybe change a mindset. Because if that mindset was planted in you through media, through TV, maybe again you can then change it and say, shit, I was misinformed. Chasing guys who are driving a certain car, who are wearing a certain watch, chasing guys just because they've got money, maybe that's not who I need to chase. Maybe I need to chase a person who is loving, kind, a person who might be smart, and maybe a God-fearing guy, maybe find someone who is a potential father, potential husband, instead of just chasing these fuckboys. So once you change that, then you can go back into the market. But until then, you're going to start saying, I'm just going to be a cool aunt. Okay, it's cool. Say it when you're 29. You say it 30, 31, 33. Say it. I'm telling you, I speak to enough sisters who do not have kids, who are later on in their 40s. I speak to enough, and I know what happens with sisters. You might have had a conversation with your cousin there or a colleague there, but you haven't had the deep, real conversations where you're sitting one-on-one and you're unpacking the layers of the challenges. Being a parent is one of the most difficult, hard, challenging, angazi, all those things put together. But I wouldn't trade it for the world, because it opens up a certain chapter in your life. It opens up a level of empathy that you've never had. Because you must understand, we were all babies. We were all, all thinking about ourselves. Everything is just centered around myself. Even growing up into a teenager, into a young adult, everything is about me, my career, my this, my that, chasing that. And then the moment you have a baby, you realize, you're a baby having to bring up a baby. So now you have to almost outgrow that chapter so that all your energy, love, and attention can go here. And I know you might be like, oh, but I'm not ready to. I promise you get it back 50-fold, because you get into a different zone, guys. It's like the way that you learn how to love is in a different space. Oh, but person don't know how to love. It's different, fam. It's like radio versus TV. It's like bicycle versus cars. It's a different level with the challenges. With you drowning, but it's like you kind of can breathe underwater. It's only those that have experienced this that know what I'm talking about. And, let's get married first. Perfect. Get married first. Get married first. It doesn't guarantee that your relationship will stay forever. I pray and hope it stays forever. I hope that you guys don't fuck up the black family unit and you guys can raise kids together. I hope so. I truly do. But if it doesn't work out, you still have kids that you guys can co-parent, especially if you're logical and you guys are rational and you guys can co-parent beautifully, as many people do. Not most, many people do. The blessing is the kids. Oh, but the kids will get fucked up. How do you know? You fucked up on your own. Or is it because your fucked up eyes can see fucked up people in the future? Stop it. You need to plant and then you will grow. So many, I want to be a rich aunt, you poor now. You still now expecting guys to take you on trips now. Okay, sure, the last bottle that you bought it yourself. Ooh, and 100 others? Okay, sharp, you did a girls trip we did a girls trip and we went to Belito. Okay, and the trip to Cape Town and the trip to and the trip to 90% of all your fun has been covered by men over the past 5 years. Now you want to be a rich aunt. Since when? Okay, sharp. Then you get into your 30s, you get into your 40s, then you start dating younger guys, and you think you're King Kong bitch. You won't. You're just going to destroy society because you destroyed. And you don't want to work on yourself, and you don't want to heal. And you don't want to fix this fuck up. There's no such thing as being a cool, single, childless anything. Yes, God forbid you are struggling to get a child, then adopt. There's so many unfortunate, underprivileged people. I've got connections. You can go and not even adopt, you can foster. And you could just go to these places and say, look, let me raise the child Monday to Friday. I'll look after the child, cook school fees. Weekend, they'll go back home. They'll know who mom is, know who dad, and know who Coco. I'll support, I'll help as best as I can. You can do that. You can do that. Instead of running and growing plants and being a plant mom or dogs, that can be an addition. The watering of plants can be the child's chores. The feeding of the dog and picking up a macaque, that can be the child's chores. Hi guys, as this society, we're watching it going downhill and we're justifying bullshit. Rich aunt. As I'm listening to this lady, man, Tracee Ellis Ross. Sad. I'm now sleeping with younger guys because I can. I'm sleeping with younger guys. I was first to say, that whole Shannon Sharp thing of him 34 years old being with the 20-year-old is disgusting. I've said this time and time again where I've judged guys that have slept with babies. I've always said it, half your age plus 7. If you're a guy and you're 40, the youngest girl that you can mess around with is 27. Half your age plus 7. Again, these guys gents who are flossing, who's 40, who's with 20-year-old. I think that's disgusting. I've said it time and time again. Therefore, I will hold myself and hold this Tracee fucking lady on the same thing. You're 52, girl. You're going home to an empty house. Okay, IVF. Do you know how much that costs? Like, right now during winter, when a hot heater with 1 bar and you're sitting there because you're trying to save 10 rand and you're going to tell me about IVF. Rich aunt. Rich aunt. When you cut it in half so you can have one now. Rich aunt. Rich aunt, guys, was afford the next. Rich aunt still expecting men for your entertainment budget. You're still expecting men to do 90% of the stuff. And then from about rich aunt, from about cool aunt, you can't even sort out your own life, guys. Aye, man. Fix things, fix yourself, heal, realize what is sharp. I overvalued myself. I only attracted niggas that could buy things for me, people that used my body for materialistic shit. I could only attract that. I didn't know how to attract quality men who are around me, but every time I overlook them because I just want guys that drive this and drive that and drive that want to buy me. That's my value. My value is all the guys that want to buy my time, buy my body, buy me. Sharp, let me change that and let me become something else. Let me attract the type of man that I want. I want to become a mother. I want to become a wife. Let me start attracting guys that want to become husbands and become fathers. Let me start attracting men that want to build empires. Let me start attracting men that actually want to become something bigger than just a Friday night and a weekend special. Hey, cool aunt. I boss is in your portion. I say correct. Ni ready for in no 38. I say ni ready to favor. Every 3 months have a new man, 6 months have a new man. You're ready for the bedroom things. You're ready for guys to fly you to Bali. You're ready for all these disgusting immoral things that you are doing with many people's husbands. Many people's husbands, you guys have been doing these things. You're ready for that. When we're saying step up and become an adult, and if no responsibility, no accountability, no responsibility. That's the society that we live in. That's the society that we're going to leave behind for our kids and our kids. That's a society where you guys are walking around saying, I can't find a good woman, I can't find a good man. We're creating this every day. Anyway, ngiyazi khona bazothinteka bathunuke baqwebheke. Anginendaba bhalani kuma comment laba bathintekayo, laba ba sensitive. Instead of fixing, family is going to fix society. Quality family. And yes, it's baningi that we've messed up, but isiyazama, we're trying to fix. Njengawo kade ufeba, nawe zama ukufixa. Nciphisa ukufeba, uzama ukufixa. Nathi kade sibheda, siyazama ukufixa. Nomunye uzozama ukufixa. Sizame silekelelane sibambisane, guys. Sizame ini ukufixa. Angazi ningizwileni. Anyway, comment, share this video for a while if you can start any conversation.